Hi there. Hope you guys are doing really, really well. My name is Bryan. I am your queer psychic bestie, and I have a reading for you. I was just kind of called to do a reading today, so this is going to be in like kind of like the older, like not like the older style, but like my older style of like, if this reading found you, then maybe there's something in here for you. I'm not doing it for a specific sign today. It's just a general collective for anyone who it resonates with, you know? So as always, take what resonates, leave what does not. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through email or form submission on my website. We're going to do 6 cards. We're going to do 6 cards across, and then we're going to clarify and dig into this. I just kind of like got this like weird feeling like someone needed, someone needed help today, or like someone needed advice or something. So, we're going to see what you guys need today, like what's going on. Let's get into it. I don't know. I paused there for a weird reason. I don't know why, but let's get into it. Bottom of the deck is our challenge. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, now I kind of understand why I was called to do this reading. This reading is for those of you that are grieving, for those of you that are really feeling lost. Not funny, I wasn't reaching for the word lost, but the word lost did come out. You could be feeling lost. I was going to say it's for those of you feeling a loss today. For those of you that are still in the process of grieving some sort of 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. This could be an infidelity. This could be like a relationship loss for some of you. But this could also just be like a friendship loss. 3 of Cups can talk about friendship as well as relationship. The only reason why I feel like I'm leaning a little bit more towards infidelity and relationship is because it came out with that Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups does talk about like love. It doesn't have to be romantic, so this could be family. But let's get into this. The letter M keeps coming through. I just keep seeing it like in my head, like M, M, M. So M could be important for you, but okay. Also, I really don't know what this has to do. Sydney? Like literally, but like the city in Australia? Maybe you took a trip to Sydney recently, or like you want to visit Sydney. If that's you, there's probably something this reading for you, but let's dive in. You start with the 2 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So it does feel like for a lot of you guys here, there is a little bit of stagnancy going on. I want to almost call this the calm before the storm. So it feels like a lot of you are it's like the way my guides are showing this to me is like gears moving. So it does feel like you're still in the process of processing the loss, processing the like, why am I'm getting a lot of like symbols and imagery today. You could be a very visual person with all the imagery coming through, but my guides are showing me like literally like cities crumbling, like buildings crumbling down. So to me, that sort of can symbolize like where your relationship is, or like where, you feel like your relationship to like everyone, not just romantic. Like it could feel like everything is sort of crumbling down around you. And it feels like even though this is distressing, it almost feels like this is the part that's like the easiest, is how I'm hearing it. Like this is the part where you're kind of like, okay, I can roll with this, I can accept it, but it does feel like things are about to speed up, which I think is interesting. Page of Cups in the reverse and the 7 of Swords. I feel like the reason this might take a little bit, like this might speed up, is because for some of you there's an apology incoming. So whether or not you want to accept this apology, right, is up for debate. It feels like with the Page of Cups in the reverse, this does feel like something you are not looking to accept, because the 7 of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing. This is someone who is, the word I actually just heard was despicable. I was going to say deceptive, but my guides gave me despicable. So this could be a despicable person. You may view them as despicable for what they've done, but it really does feel like almost like there's this sense of there's no return here. There's no coming back for this. I feel like this is specifically like very difficult for you because with the star, and the Six of Cups, this does feel like this was a soulmate connection. So let's get one thing straight here. I'm just kidding. When we talk about soulmates, we have multiple soulmates in our lives. Soulmate, soul connection, and soul contract are all the same thing. You're going to hear readers using them sort of interchangeably, and depending on which one they like the best, they will use all of them, but they all talk about the same thing. We have soul connections with multiple different people in this life, right? It's not just one person. You don't just have one soulmate and then that's it. You have multiple. And so I tell all my clients, and I tell my collective this all the time. Sometimes our only contract with someone in this life is they come in and they sort of fuck us up for character development. I know, very crude way to look at it, but it does also kind of interject a little bit of humor into it, because if we're not laughing, we're crying. Okay, so it really does feel like the lesson you're learning here, it feels really harsh in the moment right now. Yeah, Nine of Wands and Death, but it's literally here to change you. The reason that you and this person came together in this life is for your own growth here. And so it really does kind of seem like, yes, we're having a bad time, but also it's kind of necessary. I hate to say that, because I know I can feel how uncomfortable you guys are and like how much pain and grief you're processing right now. So obviously, yeah, take your time. These all are coming out. I'm gonna take this. Yeah, take your time and process slowly. But I feel like for some of you here, this is a little bit, it's even heavier for some of you, because the way I almost want to say this is like you put all your eggs in one basket. It does feel like for some of you, and I don't blame you, because I'm like this too. You can't date multiple people. Like you find someone and they're kind of like, okay, let me kind of try it out and see where this goes. And I feel like this was going very well with this person for a while. 10 of Cups with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, but it does feel like, excuse me, throat chakra issues. You need to speak up a little bit more with the clearing of the throat, but it also does feel like you kind of, I hate using this word, but it's coming through. You're dealing with regret right now. I will tell you guys the same things I tell all my clients as well as my collectives. Regret and shame are not organic emotions. We are taught to feel regret and shame. We are not born feeling them. Someone looks at us and says, hey, Bryan, you should regret those face tattoos. And as a result, then we feel it because we're told it. It's not organic. How we can like mitigate feeling things like regret and shame is by taking the lens of judgment away from our decision-making processes and the decisions from the past that we've already made. Okay, so a lot of you have to stop judging yourself here, because the regret you're feeling is because you're judging the decision. The choice to either be with this person, stay with this person, play this out with this person. And it's like, what you need to understand here is that you were meant to go through this. You had to learn. So you're spending all this time judging yourself when really you could be, literally Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck is like learning, when you could be learning from it. You could be gaining an advantage from it. You could be like, the way I almost want to say this is like seeing where like the weak points in your armor are, which I think is an interesting way to put that. Yeah, because my guides are saying you kind of lost your footing in this relationship. You forgot yourself a little bit, also, I just heard, or a lot of it. High Priestess, 8 of Pentacles, and the Sun. And now I feel like this, like the way my guides are saying this is like the work you're doing right now is so important, because it's literally, you're putting chisel. Like if you look at the 8 of Pentacles, it's like chisel to pentacle, hammer to chisel to pentacle, and you're kind of working and building from the ground up and crafting, High Priestess, crafting with your intuition, crafting with your senses what is next for you, what's coming for you. That's why I feel like it's, again, my guides are saying calm before the storm, because I do feel like you will come out of this. It's almost, I want to say you're coming out of this swinging. I hope that's not literal. Knight of Cups. Yeah. I feel like you're coming out of this relationship with a newfound sense of like freedom for yourself, but also like a more concrete understanding of your identity, like who you are, why you operate the way you do. With the Empress here, it's probably a mother issue for some of you. you know, but also it's like my guides are highlighting for me. It's not so much like it is a mother wound, but it's also like you embody the mother. You could be someone that takes care of a lot of people. Like you have sort of like the way my guides are saying this is like outstretched arms. Like you kind of create that space for a lot of people and you kind of gather everyone and bring them really close to you. But it feels like with the Knight of Swords and the Strength here, you struggle to do it for yourself. You know, you extend a lot of grace and understanding for other people, but you struggle to then bring it in for yourself. My left palm is like itching really bad right now. You could be coming into some money soon. Magician and the Hanged Man. Queen of Pentacles, like I said, a lot of you are motherly. A lot of you are very not matronly in like you dress old lady, but like matronly, like matriarch, head of the family, but in a feminine. You know, it feels like you're learning to turn that maternal light towards yourself and really reparent yourself. And again, I just keep hearing it. Show yourself the grace and understanding you afford to so many other people. Yeah, Seven of Wands in the reverse. But I feel like this is also where the learning is, because with the Seven of Wands in reverse, sometimes Seven of Wands in reverse can translate to me in energy as like someone who steps on other people to get their way. I hate to say it, that feels like the kind of people you've been dealing with here. You've been dealing with people that are like, okay, I'm just gonna like stomp on some people to get to where I need to get to. And this is a really, really horrible place to be, you know, for them, but also for you to be involved with people like this. Yeah, King of Wands. I feel like you dealt with someone that was probably very charismatic, very flirty. King of Wands is someone, I always say, who can talk their way in and out of anything. You know, they're very good with their tongue. They're very good with kind of, the word my guides are giving me is an old word. I think it's kind of funny. Swindling. This could be someone that's like very swindly, very silver tongue, you know. And I feel like this is the kind of person you dealt with, but their true colors came out eventually. You know, when you're really seeing them for who they are now. And I'm hearing you think it's gross. I mean, yes, of course, it's gross. When we're cheated on, girl, that's fucking gross. That person is gross, you know? And I feel like you're finally seeing it. Yeah, Emperor, you thought this person at one point or another was like very stable and like very put together, but I feel like you're realizing this was a ruse. The Lovers in reverse, it was a ruse. Okay, you're really accepting and acknowledging within yourself that Six of Pentacles, this person could not give to you in the way that you wanted, but also in a way that you deserved. This is going to be a little mean for someone. They really want me to say it. You wound up dating a parent. You could have parents that split. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You could, if you date men like this masculine, if you're dating masculine energies here, it doesn't have to be men. Obviously, gender and energy don't mix. We can have everything at the same time, but for those of you that were dating masculine energy, you did it because you were chasing after masculine energy that you knew from the home life. Whether or not, like I said, that was a father or not. You know, it doesn't matter. I was raised by two women. Yeah, Page of Wands. I feel like you're also coming out of this. Like I said, you're recognizing this was a soul connection that's being brought up again for me. But with the Three of Swords, I can't overstate this enough, babe. Take time to heal. Take time to yourself to rest, relax, recuperate before putting yourself back out there. Because like I said, I feel like when you do put yourself back out there, things are going to speed up. But I'm really proud of you. You can see my cat's trying to exit my room right now. I'm really proud of you. You've done really well under the circumstances, and you are going to continue to do really well. This is just a moment of, we faltered a little bit. We are going to pick ourselves back up. We're going to go back to the drawing board, and then we're going to figure out what our next moves are. Okay. I will leave you guys with this. You're doing absolutely fabulous. Keep doing what you're doing. Process your emotions, sit with them, and move forward, okay? I am new to YouTube. I don't know if I said that earlier, but if you guys resonate with how I read, if you like just my reading style, and you want to leave a like and subscribe, we are on the road to 100 subscribers. We're almost there, too, which is so exciting. You can find me on, what's the word I'm looking for? Twitch. I couldn't think about it. I stream on Twitch Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So we will be live on Twitch tonight after this video goes up from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a Discord community that you can join as well, just to be part of the girls. It's a place to just be community driven and things like that. So I will leave you guys with that. If I see you on Discord, I will be so happy. I'm excited. I will be very excited to see you on Discord. But if I don't see you on Discord, I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys? Bye.